Welcome back to Eldritch Encounters. Previously, the investigators continued their search at the circus. Chipper checked in with his family, getting quite a bit of a scare. And during the circus show, Elizabeth and Ida attempted to break into O'Dimm's trailer, where they were caught and ran away as he walked away talking about calling the cops. That's where we're picking up. We'll start with Rob today. Rob, what are you doing?
So I'm assuming that the circus show for the night is still going on. Is that correct?
Currently, yes. It's like 3/4 of the way through the circus show.
So I'm right now. I'm trying to walk around in the less populated areas and see if I can kind of find evidence of those two men from Innsmouth, and maybe see what they're driving.
Okay. Roll me a spot hidden. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
That's an extreme.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
So as you're walking around and looking to see if you can, like, maybe see these men, you see two shadows running towards the parking lot and hop into an old, rusted pickup truck and screech away. Like a cloud of smoke from the tires as they, like, peel out.
Does this pickup truck look like the one that I saw the night before when I was driving? I saw it driving with headlights off.
Roll a psychology.
Ooh,
That's a fail.
Hard to
plus
tell.
you want to push.
Yeah. What does it mean to push? What is that?
Basically, like, if you push it and you fail, it's gonna be, like, guaranteed, like, worse consequences than just failing.
You can
Gotcha.
push your luck, and that would mean you spend the luck points for it, and then you just pass it. But that also means you spend the luck points.
And that's 22 luck points.
That's 22 luck points,
Yes.
yeah. So, do you want to push the roll?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of take a second and like kind of get down on one knee and like really study that truck and maybe even close my eyes and really think hard about what I saw the night before.
Okay.
And I'm gonna push the roll.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and re-roll that.
Oh,
So as you're doing this and you're super concentrated on figuring out this truck, you feel yourself get, like, pushed from behind, and you see a small child, like, run by you after pushing into you with your wallet in his hand and runs away. You now
Hey.
have 0 cash on you.
Shit. Shit. I'm looking at the car. I'm looking at where the kid's running off. I'm looking at the car. Shit. Okay. I can get another wallet. I'm gonna.
wait, how
look
much
at
cash
that.
do you lose?
I-
Sorry, I don't.
I think I only carry
And
about.
the child
10 bucks a day.
disappears into the crowd.
Yeah, that's gone. All right. Does it look like these guys are about to take off?
Yes, they've already taken off.
All right. Are they gone, or can I run around to my cabin, maybe try to follow them at a distance?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to follow them if you want. I mean, they're
Sure,
gone. They
yeah.
peeled out and took off, but there's really only one road, like, leading up to the circus off the main road. And from the main road, it's only, like, 2 directions they can go, and they were, like, hauling ass, so...
Yeah, I definitely want to try and follow them.
Okay. So you run over to your cab and hop into it and take off. Roll me a drive auto to just go, like, you know, full brink and try to, like, catch up to them. At least get them in, like, eye shot.
This is the moment I have been waiting for.
Oh, another
Nice.
six.
Another
Damn.
extreme.
So you, like, drift out of the parking lot from the circus and just pedal to the metal down the road, and like a minute or so goes by and you see the red in front of you from their tail lights, and just you know, a cloud of dust behind them as they're just driving, and you see the main highway, like, coming up, and they keep driving forward and take the left branch and begin heading north.
And so they're getting on the highway. Okay. I think I'll follow.
Okay. All right, so roll a stealth while you follow them.
All right, this is where it's all going to go south, guys. Ooh,
Whoa.
that's a hard success.
Oh, that's an extreme success, actually.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mark this shit down.
I think an extreme for would be a 6 for me on this.
Yeah.
particular roll.
Any extremes you get, mark those down. So
That's not an extreme. He's right. I'm.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
But yeah, do mark your extremes.
3 off.
I have been, yeah.
But that's still good. You follow them at a pretty good distance, keeping them within view, and they just continue down the highway, and they start to pass through like the town of Innsmouth proper. As
All
they come into the city, they pull off the road, and they just stop, and they're parked for. Like as you get closer, they're just parked on the side of the highway.
At this point, I'm gonna pass them. It's clear to me that their destination was Innsmouth. I'll find an exit and turn around and start heading back towards town.
Okay. The distance of that, Josh, is roughly about 15 minutes. I would say you probably followed them. Okay, so
and on my way back into town, I wouldn't go straight to the circus. I would actually go to let's say it would be the laundromat in my neighborhood, which serves as the front for the local mob. And I want to see if my buddy Bogdan is working the door tonight.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull up to the laundromat. Roll a spot hidden.
Fail.
Do you want to use luck?
That's what is that? 4 points of luck. I'll use that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you get out and look around, and you do see him guarding the front door this evening.
And yeah, I'll just kind of walk up and say, hey Bogdan, how's it going tonight? Is it a slow night or what?
And he says, Rob, how are you?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually doing real good, pal. Listen, I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about some local goings-on.
Roll a persuasion. Or persuade, I mean.
Not my best skill. That's a fail.
Okay. He looks around and takes a drag off his cigarette, and he says, too busy right now.
Can I push it and be like, come on, pal, I've known you since we were kids. I mean, you don't think you could just take 5 minutes and talk real quick?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
No.
And he says, hey, pal, I know, but too busy right now. It's too many people. Kind of spreads his hands out, look around kind of motion.
All right, I get it. Look,
come back
I'll
later.
tell you what. Yeah, when's a good time to come? Should I come back tomorrow morning?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. You got it, pal. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. And
All
I'm
right,
gonna get my cab.
Take easy.
Yeah, you too. Tell your mom hi for me.
Goodbye, Soda Popinsky.
And I'm gonna start heading back to the circus.
Okay. Cool.
Can I ask clear? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
When he said 2 p.m., does he mean in the morning or in the afternoon?
2 p.m. is the afternoon.
What is PM to you?
I'm a dummy. I'm a dumb boy. I'm a dumb guy. I'm a dingus.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? Sorry.
PM is the afternoon. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't thinking. I know.
No, PM means past midnight.
Guys, it's been a long day.
I thought it was past morning.
I'm tired. Go on.
But yeah, so Rob begins driving back to the circus. Chipper, we'll go ahead and hop over to you.
All right. So what time is it by now?
Right now, it's probably like 11 p.m.
So Vonnie and I are probably getting ready for bed right now.
Yeah.
All right. So I would be downstairs in my personal man cave, my weights and everything. I would go upstairs to the kitchen area, and I want to give the boss a call, since it should be closing by now.
Okay. You know that the show is probably going on for like a little bit more, but he usually doesn't really take part, so he probably would be available to take your call.
So, actually, yeah, okay, I'll make a call to him first. There's a few calls I need.
Okay. So yeah, you are calling Bill Darby then?
Yes, I would say operator, blah, blah, blah. Can I speak to Bill Darby, circus, blah.
Okay. And she connects you, and you hear on the other end, 1 ring, 2 ring, and finally he picks up, says, yes, Bill Darby, who's this?
Hey, it's Chipper. I just got a gut feeling. Is everything okay?
Yeah, so far so good. It's been a pretty decent show tonight. Nothing spectacular, but...
Was the box office good, at least, hopefully?
It was okay. Considering after what happened last night, its attendance seems to have dropped a little bit.
Tuesdays are usually slow nights. Maybe Wednesday should be better. People start getting more motivation toward the middle.
He says, it's the middle of the week slum. You know how it is.
Yeah, believe me, yeah.
But anyway, what else is up, Chip? How's everything going?
Everything's really good right now. I just, something, I don't know. I don't know why I called you, Bill. I just needed to hear from you. I feel awful bad about leaving you in the lurch like this. And I just want to say I appreciate everything he's done for me. And I know I apologized earlier, but I just want to reiterate. Sorry about the whole Darby situation.
And he says, you just have to remember, O'Dimm can be volatile sometimes. A little too protective over his things, much like a child.
Believe me, I've been there.
And he says, but don't let him deter you from coming back. We'll,
So Bill, you gonna give me that information right now, I hope.
Roll persuade.
He said he would eventually, but okay. My persuade is god awful. I'll try my best. Nope.
Dang.
And he says,
No.
Chip, come on. You know I'm uncomfortable sharing that with you.
I know you're uncomfortable. I'm not going to threaten the woman. I'm not. Just want to get some information.
And
I'm a pretty good actor.
And he says, yes, I know, but if he finds out about it, there's only so many people that know his mother's home address. Me being one of them.
I'll take the blame. You don't have to do it. It's fine, Bill.
I'll let you roll it one more time, just to try to get it out of him.
I do a charm this time.
A late Christmas present.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Damn.
By the skin of your teeth.
And he says, alright, you got a pen?
Yep, and I write that down. And I would ask him for O'Dimm's name, like his whole birth name.
Lucious O'dimm.
Alright. I would write the information down.
No middle name to speak of.
Alright, I would say, Bill, you did not hear from me.
he says, well, hopefully this doesn't come back and bite me in the ass, Chipper.
Well, and I just giggle, and I say, don't worry. And I hang up,
Okay.
and I immediately make another phone call.
Okay. To who?
I have a neighbor, a cop neighbor.
Mhm.
Let's just call him Phil O'Brien.
Okay.
I would give him a call
Okay.
at 11 o'clock at night.
Okay. Yeah, the other end of the receiver picks up like frantically, and you just hear like a hello. On the other
Hey,
end.
Phil, it's Chipper Williams. I'm sorry to call you so late. I need some. I pause. Could you meet me at my house? And I need some legal advice.
Roll persuade again.
I'll try. There's no way I can get it twice in a row. But let's see. No, okay.
And he says, Chipper, who is this?
It's Chipper. You've been to my house.
He says,
Jack.
Hey, chum, why are you calling me so late? I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, I might have a tip for you, and I just want to. And I say, you know anything about animal abuse?
And he says, yeah, I know animal control handles that, not me.
Yeah. Yeah. I just said, like, look, man, I apologize for bugging you and scaring the shit out of you. Believe me. But Phil, I don't know. I saw something today that scared me, and I didn't want to like call the cops, but I didn't want to let the cops not know. You know, I think something's up somewhere. I
And
want to let you know.
And he says, roll a persuade.
Can I get advantage because I'm being honest?
No.
I'm trying. I'm just trying, man.
It would be bonus die, not advantage.
Same thing.
You get this.
Listen, so we're talking about the animal abuse, and I said I saw some things today, and I don't want to let the cops. I'm afraid to let the cops know, like, but I think a cop should know. And I didn't mean to bother you at 11 o'clock at night. You know, your poor wife probably scared her half to death, and I apologize for that, man. But I just needed to let some police officer know. I hope you understand.
And he says, so what is it exactly you saw?
I saw someone with a taser. I'm a circus guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came back to circus, for a few shows this week. You and your family are invited. And I say, anyway, there's this new ringmaster named Lucious O'Dimm. He's from around here. He's a real horse's ass. Like, he's an unlovable son of a bitch. It has no charisma. So anyway, I'm watching him, and he has this creature, this animal or something or another, from fucking Innsmouth, and he's fucking torturing it with a fucking prod. Now, I spent enough time in the circus knows that you cannot abuse animals. Our animals are treated immaculate at the circus. The bear pork chop is treated better than friggin' anyone. So the fact that O'Dimm is just wailing on this creature, it just fucked me up. I don't know. O'Dimm is just a creepy guy. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
And he says, no offense, Chip, but it sounds like you kind of have a vendetta against this guy.
I mean, I say, well, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't like him. I'm not going to lie to you.
To me, it just sounds like just sounds like an animal worker handling his animals like he should be.
You don't shock an animal in water, though, man. That's like double abusive. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, look, Phil, I'm sorry to bug you. I just thought, I don't know, but just, do you have the number to animal up to the animal control?
He says, yeah, hold on real quick. And tells it to you.
I said, look, Phil, I'm real sorry, man. I apologize. I owe you one. And how's the family?
And he says, doing fine, Chip. You take care of yourself. And you hear the phone click on the other end.
Never liked that asshole. And I'm gonna make one more call.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Ron's mom, see if Ron's home yet.
Okay.
I know her English isn't the best, but I'm gonna try my best.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, you call the number, and there's no answer.
They'll probably sleep. All right. I just hang up and I check in on my wife, Vonnie.
Okay. So you're just like looking in on her?
Oh no! I walk in and I say, so I think Phil and Deborah hate us now.
She says, well, I guess that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, Phil's an asshole. Officer Phil, a piece of shit. Sorry if you get any blowback because of me.
She says, oh, I'm sure I'll hear about it.
Yeah, Deborah's a gossipy bitch anyway. But then I kind of sit on the bed next to her and I take my shirt off. And do I still have those electric prods marked on my chest?
Yeah, they're starting to fade, but...
You know, I got shocked today.
And she says, yeah, I see that. What did you do to deserve that?
You know, first off, that's one of the few times I didn't deserve an electric probe, and just give her a smile. No, I was trying to do the right thing, and bites me in the ass like always.
And she says, well, you know, maybe sometimes you should do the opposite of what you're spontaneous to doing, you know?
But I thought I'm doing the right thing. I was helping that creature thing. Wouldn't you try to stop it if you saw someone just wailing on it?
And she just kind of turns around and says, I don't want to talk about that thing.
Yeah, okay, I know, neither do I, but like, I don't know.
And she says, it gives me weird feelings.
You don't have anything like that in England, right? Or India?
There's myths about creatures, but that's all they are, just myths.
Yeah, except in fucking America. America, where nature's worst aspects live and exist. Yeah.
And she says, but that thing, every time I close my eyes, I see it still.
Really? You didn't stare at it. You didn't like... Ezra didn't stare at it, right?
And she says, we saw it. We got a pretty good look at it.
He wasn't messed up by it, was he?
Not that I could tell. But
How is Ezra doing?
Every time I close my eyes, I see it.
There's worse things to see when you close your eyes than that. Maybe not. I don't know. And I just lay next to her for a minute. And I say, do you want kids?
And she says, "No, not really.
Really? Ezra's enough?
More than enough."
And I'm really sorry. You do love him, right? I know we don't really talk about it. But
Yes, of course. But I don't want any more kids.
That's good. I don't know if I did too. I'll be honest, I've been thinking about it. I don't want to, I know you're a professional. I don't want to, And I just give her a look.
And she, says good night and rolls over.
Yeah. And I just get in the bed and I hold her for a minute and I say, "Look, I'm trying to get better. And I know I'm repeating myself again, but I'm going to make you proud of me. Tomorrow I'm going to go to your greenhouse and I'm going to start harvesting some of the stuff that you need me to harvest. I know some of the stuff, some of the herbs, some of the pumpkins, they're a little forward in the season. So I know I can get some of that stuff done for you if you want."
And she says, "Well, that's a start."
Yeah, you're welcome. And I just chuckle. I love you.
And she says, "You too."
All right.
Okay.
And you don't want one
well,
more kid? No, I'm joking.
And we'll hop over to Elizabeth and Ida now. So you guys literally just packed your shit and you're getting out of Dodge because O'Dimm has just left to basically call the police on you. So what are you guys doing?
Did you find anything?
I did not, sadly. Wait, did I? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
What?
You took a bunch of pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I did take a bunch of pictures of the newspapers and stuff. And
right. And O'Dimm's carriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was right before he walked in on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys ran out, ran into him, and are basically hightailing it. So
yeah.
Where are you guys going?
I think we should blend in.
Yeah.
Blend in? Okay.
With the crowd. Yeah.
Alright, so you run into the crowd. Roll a stealth.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh! That was skin of my teeth.
It's hard to blend it
With
with
the
tattoo.
tattoos, it's probably not easy to blend in.
I'm still wearing my nurse's uniform too.
So despite that, Elizabeth just disappears into the crowd, and Ida, you lose her completely.
Oh, shit.
Currently, there's nobody pursuing you that you're aware of.
I go to, the cafeteria?
Okay, like the, common eating place?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Probably a bunch of park benches.
Yeah, it's a bunch of wood picnic tables. A bunch of those kind of pushed up under a larger tent. There's a couple of long tables pushed together where it's assumed, all the food is put onto and served buffet style or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you are there.
Looking for Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, where are you going?
I
Where-
would
where you running
stay
off to?
with Ida.
Okay,
Stay around for
so
Ida.
so you basically like stop once you realize that she's not with you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll spot hidden to try to find her.
Yikes.
Oof. Could always. Yeah, no. That's your call. I'm not gonna metagame.
I'm just gonna just gonna ask around for anybody who's seen a girl with face tattoos.
Okay. You're just like looking around for like a random person.
Face tattoos and a camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Just anybody. Asking multiple people.
All right. 1 second.
Come on, flame guy.
So we just
So you
Just
look
roll
around and
what?
you look around and see a familiar-looking shirtless guy covered in tattoos,
yeah, of course.
and he comes strolling up, and you can see like his flame stick and his jug of liquid, and he strolls up and notices you and says, "Oh, hey, it's you."
This might as well happen. Hi.
And he says, "You lost again?"
I mean, I'm looking for a specific person. I was with her and then she just ran off. I don't know where. Have you seen her? She's the girl I was with earlier.
And he says,
Oh,
"Oh yeah,
the
your
captain?
little redhead friend."
Yeah.
No, I haven't really seen her recently. Where'd you see her last?
Well, she's right next to me.
Oh. Well, maybe we could go look for her together.
Roll my eyes. I guess.
And you just hear like a yes, like under his breath. And so yeah, go ahead and roll spot hidden again with bonus die.
How do I do bonus die? I do not know.
Use quick bonus or penalty.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
okay,
roll.
okay. Yeah, that's right. I see it. Spot hidden.
Ooh.
And push bonus. So you don't
I
get
am
it.
hard to find.
Yeah, despite the help of this fine upstanding gentleman, yeah, you still can't find Ida in like the main midway area. And he looks around and says, "Does she like animals? Maybe she's over by the animals or something."
I don't know. I just met her like yesterday.
I thought you said she was your friend.
We're,
You can't
well,
be friends
we're
with someone you
coworkers.
just
We're
met.
coworkers.
It's like
We're working together.
more acquaintances than anything. You don't say we're friends yet, do we? Do you? Because we've only
I don't
known each
even know
other for
your-
like a day.
I don't even know your name.
And he says, "Oh, my name's Adwa."
What?
Adwa. Well, that's Adwa.
Mm,
Is
so-
that French?
He says, "Nah, I came from a French family."
Oh.
That would make sense. Does he at all have an accent?
No.
Okay.
You have a British accent?
Obviously, I'm a direct immigrant. I lived in the United States for 2 years.
Alright.
I've
I'm
never
just not
heard.
gonna do one.
I've never
because
heard this dialect before. I'm just kidding.
I oh my god.
I just want to do accents.
I'm not gonna try an accent because it's gonna sound terrible.
But yeah,
Sorry?
so he says, so what do you think? What about like by the animals or?
You can check in the animals. I'll check somewhere else.
And he says, all right, deal. If I find her, I'll run by and or try to find you again. But the crowd's pretty big, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's hope.
Fucking Ottawa.
I was so happy that he came back.
I just can't get away from this guy. Just can't get away from this guy at all.
You know,
He's
so-
scoring you a date.
I love all the flavor too, like with you rolling your eyes and stuff. It's so good.
we're gonna end up loving this guy. He's gonna be the best NPC.
He's gonna be the main character. Just watch.
He's gonna be the evil guy that's causing all this to happen.
The BBG.
Yeah.
Why? You betrayed us. You
Epic
betrayed our
twist.
hearts.
Once again, never trust the fucking French.
God, what? That was
And
the way you said that.
Scary.
The presentation was just so brutal.
thank you. I try.
Has so much anger against it.
What's
They
wrong
know
with
what
the
they
French?
they know what they fucking do.
Oddwa, the fire breather, turns around and starts walking off towards the main circus tents, like back to where the animals are being kept.
Let's see. I'm just gonna roll a two-sided dice. Hold on. I just what areas around me look populated?
So currently you are at the Midway, so that is very populated. The Freak Show
main
tent,
tent's populated. Freak Show tent.
yeah, and the main tent as well. There's like some people over by like the food vendors and stuff, but
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go towards the Freak Show tent and try to, like, avoid O'Dimm as much as possible if he's over there.
okay. So are you going into the Freak Show tent, or like, what's the plan?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you get up to the Freak Show tent, and you look around, and O'Dimm is not in it currently.
Good. I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find Elizabeth. Or, not Elizabeth. I'm gonna see if I can find Ida.
Plot twist, you already found her. This is the story of an existential journey. I'm trying to find Elizabeth. What makes her tick?
Who is Elizabeth Gray?
Nobody exists outside my own.
So yeah, roll a spot hidden.
Spot hidden in a place where she's not even at. Anyways.
Yeah, so even though you don't see her in there, you do look over and see the fish boy in the corner of the tank again. And you feel like somewhat compelled to look at him again.
Oh no.
Roll a willpower to like fight off the surge.
Where is there it is. Haha.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like come back to reality and like, laser focused again, trying to find Ida, but you do notice like kind of the strange draw that you felt just now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get the heck out of there, because that's weird. This boy is not pleasant to look at. So, I'm gonna look for Ida in the main tent.
Okay. So yeah, roll another spot hidden. Whew. Man.
So, yeah.
You don't see her in the main tent either. Which only leaves like 2 or 3 more places.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check those 2 or 3 more places. Start with the more populated ones.
Slowly making your way there. Okay, so
Yep.
you can either go to the backstage area,
That doesn't sound like it'd be populated.
or out like back where a lot of like the stagehands kind of hang out in their off time and like food is served and all that.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you go out that way and look around for a little bit, and you do in fact see Ida after a little bit. What are you currently doing, Ida?
I'm currently looking around to find Elizabeth.
Okay. I'm tempted to have you guys roll spot hiddens just because I know you'll probably fail and just like, you know, looking around like,
There,
where
I
are they?
succeeded.
Oh, nice.
Fail.
So yeah, nonetheless, Elizabeth does see Ida.
I approach Ida. They're like, I said blend in, there's not a lot of people over here. Should go
What?
to the main tent.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Clearly you've never been on the run before.
Technically I have. I'm just not very good at it.
That's obvious. Have you seen the police officers? Did he actually get cops here?
I haven't seen anyone.
How long is the circuit? Like, how long is the circus gonna last? Because I think we should get out of here and review all the photos that you took.
I don't think it's gonna last for very much longer.
Yeah, it's almost over. You can hear things are starting to wind down a little bit.
Okay. Well, here, hold my hand so we don't get separated again, and we'll go back into the crowd.
Okay. And I grab her hand and we start walking.
Yeah.
Okay, grab my hand before you cross the road.
So I am technically younger than her. Just
I
by
like
a
it.
year.
Yeah. But
Um,
you actually would think that you're younger than me than a few years, because I would not tell you my actual age.
Yeah.
So are you guys just waiting for the show to be over, or are you just gonna try to like head for the front gate immediately?
Wait for the show to be over and just head out with the entire crowd.
Okay. So yeah, the show goes on for probably like 10-15 minutes more, and you can hear people applauding and hear the music kind of end and the lights kind of dim down and the house lights come on, and everyone starts filing out through the exit.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do too.
Okay.
Just walking out with hand holding, nothing to see here.
Let me see here, just 2 girls having a night out on the town.
So the two of you roll stealth.
Should we?
Yikes.
Yes.
Oh no! Come on.
Yikes.
So as you're like walking out with the crowd behind you, you hear, "Yes, you stop, stop."
Keep going.
I'm just gonna
and
like pick up my pace.
You turn around and see Lucious O'Dimm like way back in the crowd, like kind of jumping up to like keep his eyes on you, and he's like, "You stop, come back here."
Nope, I'm gonna pick up my pace. Get out of here. I'm
Uh,
pulling Ida along with me.
And you look back and you see that he's just like swallowed by the crowd as you like make your escape.
Bye, asshole.
Looking for a taxi. Quick getaway. Where's
Okay, so you go out and flag down a taxi, and one pulls over.
Hop in and say drive.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and it's kind of like a heavier set driver, and he's wearing like a nice overcoat and has his hair like kind of slicked back. And he says, "Where to?"
Just drive. Just go.
You don't got a place in mind?
Just get out of here.
All right, lady, all right.
We're in a rush.
And, like, pedal to the metal, like, takes off from the circus. And he gets probably, like, 2 or 3 miles away from the circus and says, so, you want to tell me where I'm going now?
Hospital. Let's go to the hospital.
And he says, all right, hospital, straight to it. And, begins heading over towards the hospital. It's like a good, probably 20 to 25 minute ride. And you get out and says, that's 10 cents.
I hand the 10 cents over.
And he says, thank you kindly. Weirdos, and takes off.
Yes, seeing this girl with tattoos on her face.
And you're now in front of the hospital.
I still have that full vial. I want to check on it, make sure it's still intact.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can see, the vial is still intact.
I'm sure Dr. Bauer is off by now, but I can see if there's somebody in toxicology working. I doubt it. So I'll just go into the hospital. Go to Dr. Bauer's office.
Okay. So you get back into that area, and his office is currently closed, locked, and the lights are off. All the lights are off, it seems like, in the toxicology wing at the moment.
I'm gonna look for a janitor.
A janitor? Okay. Roll a spot hidden.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, you see like an elderly guy with like shaggy white hair and like a newspaper boy cap, and he's currently mopping one of the floors in the hallway.
Hey, excuse me. I need to drop something off in Dr. Bauer's office.
And he says, "So leave it at the front desk. Why are you giving it to me?"
It's more of a personal thing. Could you just unlock his office so I can get in there and just drop it off?
And he says, "It's after hours, young lady. Roll a persuade."
Can I charm him first?
Sure. Go ahead and roll charm.
Haha.
And he
It would have worked
says,
if I persuaded him anyway.
and he says, "Okay, all right. Just real quick though, okay? And I didn't do this for you." And pulls off
no
his
problem.
key ring and goes through the keys and finds the right one, unlocks the door. And he says, 2 minutes. I'll be waiting here to lock back up when you come out.
I'm just gonna find like a empty slip of a clean sheet of paper and just write a note saying what it is. And leave the vial on his desk
Okay.
with the thing taped to it. The note.
Got it. Okay.
And then leave.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and you leave the room, and he says, Alright. Don't forget I didn't do this for you. And closes the door and locks it up,
Thank you kindly.
and begins mopping the floors again and kind of watches you as you go.
Yep. I just go back outside.
Rob, what are you doing?
I think after I was done with Bogdan, I would probably go back to the circus just to see if there's anybody that needs rides home, like get a couple last minute fares in before I go home for the night.
Okay. So yeah, you get back to the circus, and there are like a good number of people. Some of them hailing cabs.
I'll try to find like somebody that doesn't have any kids that I can like pick up.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, you see that there is a like single man, like dressed in a very nice like suit and like a fedora and a briefcase, and a singular like woman Not like saying, like, not like with each other, but kind of like separated, hailing cabs differently.
And is one of them like closer to me as I'm pulling up than the other?
Yeah, I would say that the woman is probably who you would arrive to first.
Yeah, I would just pull up and I'd be like, howdy, miss, where to?
And she says, "Oh, I'm going to the north side."
Hop on in.
Okay. Yeah, and she hops in.
So, yeah, and I start taking off and just start making conversation. So, you enjoy the circus?
And she says, "Oh yes, it was very exciting."
Yeah, I was checking it out the other night. You happen to check out that freak show?
And she says, "Yeah, I did. It's pretty terrifying."
Yeah, I mean, most of it I thought was sham, but that, what did they call it? The fish boy? That was pretty interesting, huh?
And she says, "Yeah, I've never seen anything like that before. Never heard of anything like that."
And I would just kind of like try to like prod into like how she felt about it, and say something like, you didn't happen to see them messing with that thing, did you? Maybe poking at it or anything?
And she says, "Oh yes, that man did give it a poke a few times to get it out of the corner."
Yeah, that sure didn't sit well with me. How about you?
And she says, "Oh well, I don't know. I suppose. I mean, I got a good look out of it."
All right, true enough. All right, that's a good point. And I kind of shut off after that. At that point, I think like I kind of, if she wants to make any more conversation, she'll just get like one-word answers out of me. But I don't feel like I'm going to get anything out of her that I want.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just took her to her destination.
Yeah, and you pull up into the north side, and she says, how much is the fare?"
Yeah, it'd be about 15 cents.
Okay, and gives you 15 cents and gets out and says, "Thanks," and begins walking to her apartment.
Yeah, and then at that point, I would probably just call it an evening, like go home and go to bed. I can't really think of anything else I want to do tonight.
Okay.
So after I do this, drop off the vial with the note, I'm just gonna go ahead and like go towards home and offer Ida I'm basically inviting Ida over so we can go over the photos.
The game plan. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, you
keep
ask
her-
Ida to come with you. Yes,
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Thank you. You're such a wise keep. In the mid morning, around 2 or 3, or whatever time Kitty, Elizabeth, and I get home, I'm gonna call directory and see if I can get a hold of Elizabeth, because I do know her name and her last name.
True.
I think she introduced herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use directory if I can get a hold of her.
Okay. So you're basically just asking the operator?
Yes, connect me to Elizabeth, such and such.
Good luck getting to me specifically.
Is there something in your backstory I should know?
No, technically, I live in a boarding house, so there's a shitload of people who live there, so the line might be
But I mean, you like live there too, like you're in the registry, you're like a legal citizen.
Technically not a citizen, but I do live there legally.
Okay.
It might go to the boarding house.
Yes, if you go to the boarding house, you'd be able to ask for me and find me.
But would your name be? Whatever.
It'd be the same name I gave you, yes.
Alright, so I will be
If
able
you're
to.
trying,
So
if you're trying to
basically-
reach me over the phone, it might be a little bit
Yeah.
harder.
So
'cause there's a lot of
basically,
people
like
who-
one, you would have to know that she lives at a boarding house and know what boarding house in order to
Well, I
like,
mean,
call and use the name. Or would you
the
have your
phone
own?
book says-
Would
if
you
you
have
could-
your own private like number?
No, of
Okay.
course not.
So
I'm poor.
yeah, so I would say then you would have to know the name of the boarding
And
house.
if you have an address book, you might be able to find it.
But did you like specifically tell him in game that you live at a boarding house?
No.
I can't remember. Because if not, that's like knowledge
Nope.
he wouldn't really have.
Never mind. I would not get a hold of her then.
I don't remember if you saw me in my nurse uniform or heard me mention it, because if
Yes,
you tried to reach
You
me,
were,
then
yeah, you were
you
wearing.
have one lead.
You were wearing your nurse uniform. You did state that.
If I gave them information that she's a nurse, would that be able to? Isn't that right there?
No, I would say that if you like went to the hospital and like asked for it, they'd probably know. But just
Alright.
calling the
Alright.
operator.
I would hang up. I would call the nursing the hospital for her information.
Okay. So yeah, there is a voice on the other end of the line that picks up, and you're asking for her information.
Yes, I'm a friend of hers.
Roll me a persuade at verbose.
Oh,
What does verbose mean?
Hard.
it means it's super hard.
Is it hard?
Yes.
Hold on. Is it verbose I'm thinking of? Hold on.
No,
Yes.
this is an extreme.
No, verbose is like super fucking hard.
Okay. No. Roll it at hard. Sorry, not verbose. Hard.
Is verbose worse than extreme?
What's that?
Is verbose worse than extreme?
I think verbose
So
is just
it's-
it's just how I've been rolling it, where it shows you like what all of the different
Yeah, no.
markers are.
Verbose is the hardest, but just roll it at hard. You don't
no,
have to
no.
roll it at verbose.
No, I see. I just googled what the word means, and I'm wrong. Yeah. So Rob's been rolling everything with verbose, so it shows you everything.
Okay. So
If
yeah.
you select it, if you have verbose selected, it shows you everything.
Okay, no.
That makes more sense.
Okay. And the voice on the other line says, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm not privileged to give you that information."
That's understandable. Can I try to make a charm roll? Is this a female or male I'm talking to?
I would say really at this point all you could do is try to push the roll.
Question
use
is,
30 I could use 30 on.
Who's the person working? Because it could be my best friend.
Yeah, is it?
He wouldn't know. It's an older woman.
Okay, so
You can tell that
I-
by like the voice.
So I would say, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just that she's a friend of mine, and my kid's sick, and I don't want to take it to the hospital. I apologize. All right, and I hang on. Fuck. I would call Bill again.
That's a dead lead.
Does Bill have this information?
Okay, so you're calling Bill?
Unfortunately. I'm sorry, Bill.
Okay, so you call him again at
For the
roughly
first time.
midnight, and the phone rings, and the phone rings, and the phone rings, and the phone rings. No answer.
Fuck. Alright. I'm going to bed. Okay, what time would it be by now?
Midnight.
Alright, yeah, no, my wife is probably worried about who I'm calling at midnight, so I'll go back upstairs. I would wake up around 4 or 3.
3, so you're getting 3 hours of sleep.
Well, no, I was hoping, well, probably 4. I need to wake up early so I could get some good shit done.
Okay. All right.
I
So yeah.
want a full. I'm assuming I don't need 6 hours because I'm a bigger guy, but
Right. Okay. So you also go home and go to sleep. Ida and Elizabeth. Did Ida say she was going with you to your apartment?
She did not say anything.
Or to the boarding house, I mean?
Okay.
She
So
said
yeah,
yes. You said yeah.
Okay.
yes. So she's coming with me. I'm gonna send you a description of my bedroom. Ida, just give me 1 sec.
We'll say for the sake of brevity that all of you like make your way back home, and those of you who are choosing to sleep can sleep, but I believe Elizabeth and Ida were wanting to review the pictures they took. But I don't know if you're doing that tonight right now or like in the morning tomorrow.
We can do that right now, some of it.
Okay. What is it that you're hoping to like find? Like, what are you looking for? Are you like trying to read the news article itself?
Yeah, read the news articles,
Okay.
see what book she took a picture of, because she did take pictures of books, so we can go back to the library and look at them.
Yeah, we're gonna look over the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the news articles are probably the most important at the moment.
Okay. So looking at one of them, you start reading the newspaper, and it is an article from a fisherman from out of Bolton. And basically it talks about he went missing roughly a few days ago. So this is a fairly recent article, and it's about this man Tom Parsons who went missing, usually fishing around the Innsmouth area. It also talks about he just came into quite a bit of money recently as well.
Alright. I'm looking for where that is on the map.
She's gonna look over these,
Bolton.
and she's gonna be like, this is what I need to look for.
Bolton is roughly...
Yeah, I found it. I found it. Why would O'Dimm have this?
I don't know, but it's something I've been looking for.
Where? Do you know what the where the circus came from?
No, I
What
do not.
town they were in before Arkham?
No, I do not. Wait, do I?
I would... Actually, yes, I think your boss did tell you. Yes, thinking back to like the first episode we did, your boss did tell you that they had recently come from Bolton.
Oh, I remember. They came from Bolton.
So, they came from Bolton. He's got this weird newspaper clipping. So, I'm gonna keep looking to see the next earliest, or next most recent newspaper clipping.
Okay. The last newspaper clipping is very, like, in comparison, it's much older.
Okay, what does this one say?
This one describes almost a horror story reading it. It talks about people from Innsmouth essentially attacking parts of Ipswich. Like,
Okay.
en masse, like, attacking this smaller town.
Interesting.
And it was a very newsworthy article, it seems like. It's quite lengthy.
I'm gonna write this down in a little notebook.
Okay.
Is there any? What were the titles of the books that she took a picture of?
They were just like kind of basic occult type books. One was called Wendigos and Skinwalkers, a guide. And
Okay.
another one was called Voices from the Past, a guide to poltergeists.
I didn't really take O'Dimm for the superstitious type. Something I can't put my finger on it. It's very suspicious that you'd have this newspaper clipping saved. And I'm gesturing towards the one about Bolin.
Okay.
Could he?
Ida says, I agree. I think that it's confusing.
He might. Do you think it's possible that he's responsible for not just this, but the other one too?
Ida says, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Which makes me think that we're dealing with a killer. We should probably bring this to the attention of Bill Darby.
Idella
don't-
says, yes, we should.
I don't necessarily know if we should bring it to the authority, like the police, though, given O'Dimm got to them first, so he'd have them, they would be biased towards his side. Maybe Bill Darby can at least tell us about the Bolton stuff. Your boss. What?
Idella says, I could talk to my boss. We know more about this.
Okay. Where do you work then?
More than the police know about it, at least, she says. She says, I'm a parapsychology star? Like a rock star?
I'll be honest, I have no idea what that means. So, what is a parapsychologist?
Well, we work in alleged psychic anomalies and paranormal things. It's really hard to explain, but stuff that involves near-death experiences.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess you would know more about these occult books.
Most likely, but I mean, I am dabbling in occult activities, if you will.
Okay, it's interesting. I'm just gonna give you a weird, uncomfortable look.
Yeah, this is why I don't tell people.
Yeah, something like that's something you shouldn't tell people.
This is why I didn't tell you in the first place.
I appreciate you for telling me now,
Mhm.
but it is a bit strange, if I'm honest. Plans for tomorrow. My thoughts for a plan were to go to the library, check out, see if you can find those books that she took a picture of, and see if they have any relevance to what's going on.
Okay, so
the
yeah,
reason why
for the sake of brevity, we'll say all of you go to sleep and wake up the next day. and then we can start the next day with Elizabeth.
Okay.
I do have a question for the group out of character.
Yeah.
What is our plan? Because I have an idea, and that's why I was trying to call you. So I have an idea what I want to do, but I want to make sure you know what I want us to do. Does that make sense?
Right now, I am not aware of what our plan should be, but I have a personal mission to stop that poor creature getting hurt. But other than that, I know Rob Ron's next point of business is to check in with Chipper, anyways. So,
Yeah. If you could, if we could, I don't know if this is meta. I'm not trying to be meta, but I want to get us all together because I feel like we haven't. And if we could do it at Chipper's place, that would be preferable. But we'll see.
But yeah, so hopping onto the next day, we'll start with Elizabeth. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna take the photos and go to the library.
Okay. So yeah, you head down to the library. What is it you're looking for specifically?
The books that I saw in the photos. The weird occult books.
Okay, so yeah, roll library use.
Okay, let me do that. Where is libraries? Oh wait, let's listen. That's libraries. Either way, it's still a pet.
Okay. So yeah, looking around, you don't really see much on the paranormal.
I'm gonna ask the librarian, I guess.
Okay.
Show her a picture. Show her the picture.
Okay. So yeah, you show her a picture of the books.
I'm not gonna take this. I probably ended up going with her, so I'm just gonna roll occult. If that's okay.
Roll library use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where it's a library. Just a normal library.
Where? Oh,
It's under law.
there we go. Fuck.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I
You-
failed.
Elizabeth, you could have pushed the library.
Oh, true.
Elizabeth. So Elizabeth
I
could
mean-
have pushed the library.
Kinda what I'm trying to do. Going to
Sorry.
talk to
I
the
failed.
librarian.
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright.
sorry. I thought you said push, so I just hit it again.
No, I didn't.
So, excuse me, do you... I'm looking for a strange book. Do you have anything, that resembles this? And I show the librarian the picture of the weird occult books.
And she looks at it and says, probably not gonna have anything like that in this library.
Is there another library around here that might have
And she says,
information?
I wouldn't call it a library, but there's some odd antique shop that they opened up in downtown recently.
Do you have an address?
And she says, yeah, here, let me find a piece of paper real quick and writes it down for you and hands it over to you.
I take it and read it and then leave.
Okay,
Go do that.
cool. Yeah, and then you exit out of the library, and are you hailing a cab or...
Yeah, sure. I'll hail a cab. I don't know this town very well.
Okay. You catch the cab. You hand the cab driver the piece of paper with the address on it, and he says, "Okay, yeah, I know the place," and takes off. We will hop over to Robron now.
Sure. Kind of is hopping to Rob and Chip at the same time, unless you're busy, Josh, because
Oh no, you can have me come.
Yeah, but-
you can have Rob pulling in. It would be really early though, like early.
yeah, the first thing that Rob will probably do in the morning is just kind of call over to Chipper's house and check in with him and see what's going on real quick.
What time would you be calling? Like 6 earlier?
I don't think I would call any earlier than like 7.
All right, so
So yeah,
pick up the phone.
you would be awake then, Chip.
Yeah, I've been awake since like 4:30. I've been outside, like gardening her,
Okay.
like, getting the stuff out that she needs to get out. The pumpkins are probably
Roll a listen to hear for the phone then if you're out back.
Oh, I was on hard. Wait, am I on hard? No, wait.
No, just regular. Yeah, so go ahead and reroll. Yeah.
Or you can just keep the 10.
I mean 14, because that's what you rolled. You rolled a 14.
Yeah, you rolled 14.
Even better. My listen is 50.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, you hear the phone ringing then.
Oh, sorry. Hello?
Hey, Chipper, good morning. How's it going, pal?
I had a good night. Question, Keeper, is Ezra still sick? Or is he off to school?
No, he's still at home. Still feeling sick.
Is Lonnie off to?
She would have been, but she decided to stay home with Ezra.
So she is off today. Okay.
Yeah.
I say, yeah. Ezra's not feeling good. Lonnie took the day off. I told her she could have went to work, and I would have waited with him. Anyway, how about you?
Well, I was kind of thinking about what we've been doing over there at the circus, and I don't know. You mentioned maybe visiting O'Dimm's mother, and I thought that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I might need you and Vonnie's help with that. I have a question. Do you know that redheaded girl, the British one? I kind of look at Vonnie. Hopefully, that she's not here a British redhead. That might give her the wrong impressions.
Correction. I'm not redhead.
Well, the British and the redhead.
There you go.
There we go. The Brit and or the redhead.
And
all women look the same.
I'll say, yeah, I'll say, yeah, now you mention it, I did drive a British nurse to work the other day, and then while I was trying to follow those, if you'll pardon the expression, fishy guys from Innsmouth, happened to be interacting with a redhead at the same time, too. She had some facial tattoos.
Okay, yeah, I think Bill hired them. Maybe we should talk to them about this.
Oh yeah, what did you hire them to do?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Bill told me this, right? If I remember correctly. Or I was in the area. Right, Keeper?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bill just wanted them to keep an eye on O'Dimm. Maybe if we're gonna do this, we might need their help. But I have an idea. I just, the more hands, the better. If you could just find them and meet me over here, that would be preferable.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll give Bill Darby a call and see if he can maybe get me their information.
I appreciate it. I should have done that, honestly.
Do you want to handle that, pal?
I mean, if you're offering, you can do it. But it makes him work. No, I'll give Bill a call. Yeah, just come over here as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll do breakfast with my parents, and then I'll meet you over there in a little while.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. And I call Bill for the 5th time.
Okay. Yeah, this time he answers after a couple of rings.
Hey, Bill. Sorry about this morning.
And he says, was that you calling? I heard it, but I didn't even bother getting up.
I didn't wake you, did I?
And he says,
Well-
so, what's up?
Okay. Those girls that you were working with, do you have their names and numbers?
I have their names, but not their numbers. We, we're keeping this off the books, so to speak.
Yeah. Did anything happen last night?
No, it was a pretty decent show. O'Dimm came
Let me
to
get a
me.
psychology roll, because he lied to me.
He says, O'Dimm came to me and was saying that the two girls were trying to break into his carriage, but
Were they?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, Bill. I don't trust the tattooed one.
And he says, why is that?
I don't like tattooed people. I mean, believe me, I lived there for years, and there's that French guy, the French tattoo guy. I never liked him. Always, I mean, he's a swell guy and everything. Too fucking friendly.
He says, Ottawa? He's harmless.
Oh, I know. Like Sarah said nothing but good things about him, but like,
Harmless. And he were literally about to set fire to this. Okay.
I mean, look, I don't know. Tattoos freak me out. Anyway, I don't want to bug you, Bill. Can you let Sarah know? Can you let Sarah know that I need to talk to her? If she can meet me at Ophelia's diner around 3.
He says she's out and about. You can tell her yourself.
No. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should go there. I don't know. I didn't talk to her. Anyway, I gotta go, Bill.
Okay.
I'll see you later today.
All right. See ya.
All right, bye. I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
And I start looking. I call the hospital again.
Okay.
And I would say I'd like to make an acting role.
You'd like to make a what?
An acting role, because I'm gonna try to do something.
Okay. Sure.
I would say I am Stavros Mykonos. Yes, I'm looking for a nurse. A nurse, Elizabeth Gray.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll. And the voice on the other line says, she hasn't shown up for her shift yet. Who is this? Again?
Yes, this is sorry, you first.
No, go ahead.
Oh yes, my name is Stavros Mykonos. I ran into Miss Gray a day or two ago.
Yes.
Just tell her a friend of hers, friend of Bill Darby's, big strong friend of Bill Darby's, would like her to come to his house to check on his child. And I would give her my address. If you could send this to her, tell her it's very important.
And she says, this is very strange, but okay.
Can I make a charm roll to sell it?
Sure. Okay.
And who is this pretty girl I'm talking to right now? Making sure that Vonnie does not hear me or see me while I'm doing this.
And she says, "This is Gladys."
Oh, Gladys, you sound very beautiful. How old are you? 30? 31?
And she says, "Well, wouldn't you like to know?"
I mean, I am asking.
Don't you know you're never supposed to ask a woman her age?
I mean, fortune favors the bold.
And then click.
I tried. Ronnie was not staring at me. That's right. She was not like behind me.
But from what you could tell, like this lady sounded like old.
Okay, I know.
Older than 50 for sure.
I mean, we all are.
I wonder if you just keep on trying, if you can get my character's best friend who also works as a secretary at the hospital.
Hopefully the woman who bought my twin hards.
So Rob, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've just finished, hooking my parents up with breakfast and cleaning up the dishes, and I've seen my dad off to his job where he works at the high school, and I'm making my way over to Chippers, as we had talked about, so we can kind of get a game plan going.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you head over to Chippers. Let's see. Elizabeth, what are you doing? I know you were at the light, or you were heading over to the antique
Heading
shop,
over
right?
to the weird antique shop, yeah. With Ida. Ida's with me.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that you get over to the antique shop and head inside. And it's kind of like a dimly lit place. There's like candles lit and like incense burning. Like strange knickknacks and books, and it's very
Am I with her?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a clerk at anywhere?
Yes, there's a very eccentric older looking woman with like almost like a peacock pattern like do-rag type shawl on her head, like a bunch of like turquoise rings on her fingers.
Approach the desk, or to approach her and just, excuse me, I'm looking for books that look similar or have the same title as the. I show her the picture.
And she says, ghosts interest you, do they?
Yes.
For
And
now.
She walks over and kind of goes through a few stacks of books and finds one and pulls it out and blows the dust off of it and hands it over to you. And it's the exact same book.
Is there any more? Can we browse?
By all means, yes.
So I go browse.
Okay.
I do too.
So are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for things that would be more relevant to our current situation. We'll take the fish point.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. So
So we're helping each other.
So roll library use.
Okay.
In fact,
Wow,
we'll
the
do
dice
like
gods do not like me.
we'll do like a series of 2. So roll 2 for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, success this time.
Okay.
I did failure second time.
Okay, so 1 success each.
Yes.
One extreme, too.
Okay. All right. So looking around, Elizabeth, you find like a strange looking talisman. It's like a large brass amulet of some type, and it has a trident on the front of it, and very detailed seashells carved into the back, like etched into the back. It's almost like a crusting of barnacles on the back of it.
Well, this is a little fishy. What do you
Fish
think?
hunt. Yeah. And I look a little closely at it, and
It's roughly about the size of a silver dollar.
okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you tell me anything about this this pendant?
And she walks over and kind of takes it from you and like holds it in her hand and says, "Oh yes, this is rumored to be a token to Atlantis, to the underwater world."
Oh.
Okay.
But whether you believe in that or not is, your own judgment. I'll sell it to you for $10.
$10. I mean,
She says, "It's one of a kind. You'll never find anything like this anywhere else."
is it dusty?
It's a bit dusty, yeah.
It's like for $10. Are you serious? This has obviously not been looked at. Why would anybody want this for $10?
Roll persuade. And she says, all right. About $2.
That's a bit better. And then I hand her $2.
Okay.
Way to haggle.
Then she says, anything else catch your eye? Ida found that one, right? Or did Elizabeth?
No.
I found that one.
You found that one, okay. Ida, looking around, you also find, it looks like a book on aquatic creatures. It's almost like recent discoveries of the deep kind of book. And flipping through it, you see that there is a picture of an oarfish, which has been compared to a sea monster in like olden times, and are very, very, very rare to come up to the surface. And you also see a sketching of a very strange and monstrous looking fish with a dangling thing coming off of its forehead and very long needle-like teeth coming out of its mouth.
This is familiar to something.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask before we did too much. What was the name of the shop you just walked into?
It was called Adamus's Arcana.
That is a strange name.
ATTAMIS''S Arcana.
Interesting.
Only Miss Atomic.
I grab the book and hold on to it and be like, this. Maybe we can. And then I look towards Elizabeth. Maybe we can find something about. Yeah.
Yeah. Our little friend in the tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, were you wanting to look around more, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, roll library use again.
Ooh, extreme success.
Nice.
Nice. Hard success.
Nice.
Nice.
All the good stuff.
So you find a book that is basically the area census of like this specific area of Massachusetts where you're at. It includes like many of the surrounding towns. It has Arkham, it has Bolton, Ipswich, Innsmouth, pretty much all the smaller interline cities. And it's like a population chart, like registry of like names and stuff.
Okay.
This might come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
And she says,
well-
yes, this is an old one. It's from 1892, believe it or not.
Oh.
1892. I'm gonna quickly look at the old newspaper clipping and see what the date on that is.
That one was from roughly 2.5 years ago.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so this is old. See if you can find O'Dimm on there.
Okay. And I flipped through him.
Okay. I would say that there isn't. He would not be in there.
Okay.
It was a little bit before his time.
Well, I mean, surname could look for.
True. But that's even if like the surname lived in that area. to
Yeah,
begin with,
yeah.
Which I would say that's not really the case.
Okay.
Just from
well, that's worth a shot.
what I have on O'Dimm.
I don't know how much relevance this is going to be. I don't know how useful this is for what we're trying to do.
Well, it does include a registry of Innsmouth as well.
Okay.
Innsmouth.
I looked through that.
Okay. Roll a library use.
Oh,
Okay. This and that and this. Hard success.
Okay. So flipping through it, you come across a familiar name, a Daniel Finn.
yep, that's what I was thinking. Just a
And
second.
going further down, you find another familiar name, Carter Gilman, and it has their address.
I write that down in my little notebook.
How old are these guys?
Well, this was published in 1892.
Yeah, so they're at least like 40 years old. So
And they appear like mid-aged. Carter Gilman looks a little bit older, maybe by 10 years or so.
gotcha.
But that's roughly about their appearance, like 40 to 50 years old.
Maybe we can find some old newspaper clippings about Innsmouth. See if we can get some more information on these two.
Alright, and I can search. Where am I done search? Hang on.
But yeah, so were you going to look for anything else, Elizabeth, or?
Not here.
Okay. All right. So then we'll say you leave the antique shop. You and Ida, unless Ida's still looking around.
Question.
I think I'm still looking around.
Do I also have a shift today at the hospital? Because you kind of implied it a second ago.
You do, yes.
So I'm gonna wish Ida well and then go do my shift.
Okay. So you're basically leaving Ida behind at the library?
Yeah, or the antique shop.
Or yeah, the antique shop. Okay. So yeah, you hail a cab, I assume, and head to the hospital.
Well, if I'm in town, I don't really need to. I can just walk there if it's not too far.
I mean, it's kind of far.
Okay, then I guess I will hail a cab.
Okay. So yeah, you hail a cab and hop in. And
Yeah.
you start... Or he looks back and says, "Where to?" And you can't really like see his
hospital.
You can't really like see his face that well, but it seems like kind of an older guy. Says,
Yeah.
"Hospital, all right." And he begins to drive away, and the doors lock, and he begins driving the opposite direction of the hospital.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Excuse me. That's not the direction to the hospital.
And he says, "Oh, it's a shortcut. Don't worry about it." And he begins to speed up faster.
Can I get a good look at him?
Roll spot hidden.
Okay. Yikes.
I told you never to trust a.
Do I recognize his voice at all?
No, you still cannot see his face or really recognize his voice, but it's very gruff sounding. And he says, "So, to the hospital then, huh? Yeah, you've been, poking around in things you shouldn't be."
Who are you?
And he says, "So this is my one and final warning to you. Keep your nose out of it, or we'll be seeing each other again real soon. Got it?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
And he says, "Oh, I think you do." And slams on the brake, and the locks lift up, and he says, "Now get out."
I do immediately. No hesitation.
And he peels out and leaves you roughly about 4 miles outside of town, in the middle of nowhere.
Wait, what? Damn.
Great. I'm gonna walk into town.
Roll a listen check. So coming like down the road, you see that it's like a very large bend, and you hear like a very loud like engine coming coming down the road.
From which way? Towards town or from outside of town?
From behind you, heading towards town.
Stick my thumb out.
Okay. And you see, like, coming up the road, like, very slowly is a, like, rusty brown pickup truck. And, it slowly creeps up towards you and stops at you, and you see inside are, two, like, very odd-looking men with, very weird complexions and, dark fedoras and dark suits, and they look over at you and say, "Where you headed?"
Arkham Community Hospital?
And they kind of look at each other and say, "We were just heading there ourselves, hop in."
Hey, that's convenient. I get in.
They kind of like point to the back of the truck, like
The bed.
yeah, like the bed area.
Oh boy. I get in the bed.
Okay. And they start like driving into Arkham,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
and you can
hold
see
tight.
them like talking to each other and kind of looking back and
Alright.
looking at you.
I'm gonna eavesdrop and see what I can hear.
Okay. Roll a listen check. Okay. You hear, don't worry, Carter. We're gonna get him back. Even if we have to burn that whole circus to the ground. And you hear the other one say, I'd rather not come to that, but if it does, then that's what we'll do. We could even get the deep ones in on it. It is their child, after all.
Hearing the name Carter, I'm gonna slightly perk up, and then take the totem thing that I have and just like kind of have it out so they can see it in the rear view.
Okay.
But
One...
just try to like play it off as like just me just casually just looking through my stuff.
Okay. So the one that's not driving, the one you assume to not be Carter, kind of looks in the rearview mirror to like keep an eye on you, and like sees the totem in your hand, and his vision like kind of, or his eyes like narrow a little bit, and you see him like tap the other one and tell him something, and the other one stops, like slams on the brake real quick, and they both get out and say, "Where'd you get that?"
It was a story. The name of it. What's it called? I was just there and I can't remember the name. It had a strange name. It was an antique shop somewhere in town.
Arcane something.
Arcana?
And the one
I
that,
can.
the one
can
that came
show
out
you
from the
where it
passenger
is.
side tries to grab it from your hand. Are you resisting?
Yes.
Okay. So roll a strength.
Strength?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Ha.
Okay. 1 second.
Yep. Goodbye.
He grabs it from you and says, "This isn't for you surface dwellers. Why can't you just leave us alone?"
Surface dwellers.
And says, "It's none of your concern." And get back into the truck.
Am I in the truck still, or are they?
No, yeah, you're still in the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. They haven't told you to get out or anything.
I don't understand. What is it?
And they say, "It's none of your concern."
Well, I think it is. You're just stealing my property.
And he looks at it and looks at you and says, "Really? You think this is yours?"
I paid $2 for it.
And where did the person you get it, where did they steal it from? From us. We don't give these out to surface dwellers. That means it was stolen. So you bought stolen goods.
How am I supposed to know it was stolen?
What's that?
Can I get run a psychology check real quick?
Yeah.
I just said, how am I supposed to know it's stolen? And I failed.
Yeah, no idea.
Capitalism, baby.
They've begun like driving towards the hospital again too.
I'm just gonna write down just a note, just to make sure.
Okay. And
Got kidnapped and then robbed.
and then they drive through town very slowly, and they head towards the hospital and pull up into the parking lot and wait for you to get out. They're still sitting in the truck, and you see them like talking with each other. It's like kind of a heated conversation.
I looked to him and said, least you could do is give me reimbursement, the $2 I paid for it.
And he reaches into his pocket. Actually, roll a persuade.
Oh shit.
He reaches into his pocket and like
Pulls
pulls
out a
out
middle
his
finger.
hand and pulls out a middle finger, and he says, "Get out."
Okay, whatever. And I get out, go clock in.
Okay. So yeah, you get to the hospital and clock in, and that's where we'll go ahead and end it for this week.
Alright.
Jesus Christ. I got
Alright,
kidnapped
let's-
and robbed.